Not for a community college, I would not be sitting here as the superintendent president of such an amazing institution.
Dr. Brenda Thames began her new position at El Camino College on July 1st. She says her road to get here began when she was just 17 years old.
I was a first-generation college student, and my parents, like so many other parents, did the best with what they knew how to do. Sent me off to college. I didn't have a dorm room secured. My financial aid wasn't secured. I went off to UC Berkeley on a Greyhound bus. Got off in downtown Oakland, got to the campus, and realized there were a lot of things we didn't know how to navigate. There's a whole process to getting ready to go to college. So when landed there and was essentially homeless in Berkeley, but fortunately there was a support group of pastors and community folks that my parents were able to reach out to. So by that night, I had a place to sleep, some folks to look after me, and then we started the process of navigating and learning how to navigate your way through higher ed. Ultimately got a PhD, so it wasn't that I didn't know, it wasn't my intellect, it was all the other things that a family doesn't know that you don't know about getting a child to college.
Knowing firsthand how difficult it can be to navigate through a college campus, Dr. Thames dedicated more than 2 decades so far working in education to make a difference in others' lives.
If I can provide every family that we come in contact with the opportunity to get that right start in a place where you don't feel threatened or you don't feel self-conscious about what you don't know, but in a place where you can ask all of the questions and we just want to help. One of the last things I do before I walk out that door is think, did you do something that made it easier for somebody to get where you are? And if not, then I have something else to do tomorrow. And if so, then we can do better tomorrow.
The California native is originally from the Central Valley and is getting to know her new campus.
We currently serve roughly 15,000 students. El Camino is a highly diverse college of students of color and representative of the communities that we serve, and creating educational opportunity for many students that are still first-generation students here in the 21st century. And so we're happy to be part of being able to create not only educational opportunity, but economic mobility.
Dr. Thames shares some of her plans for the community college as the coronavirus lingers on.
COVID's not going away. We're going to go from a pandemic to an endemic, and nothing's going to be the same. We're not going to be able to teach and learn the ways that we were before. And so one of the things we're doing now is assessing things that have worked well that we weren't doing before and how to retain those, because that makes us a better college, but also looking at things that we need to do differently. Some of those are very traditional, historic ways of teaching in the academy that will not apply post-COVID.
Some students return to campus this fall and more will follow in January, a thought that excites Dr. Thames.
So our facilities, our M&O folks, our custodians, our safety personnel, they all continue to come to work when the governor instated the stay-at-home order. And part of my leadership principle is if one of you has to show up, I have to show up. But not seeing students on the campus was the hardest thing. We keep the lights on, we keep the buildings maintained, we keep the campus secure, but there's no student life, and that's the heartbeat of a college, is student life.
She says many of these individuals remind her of herself, and as the first African American and the second female to hold the Superintendent President title, she wants to live as a positive example to them.
I embrace those titles and that role modeling that I do, because I think, it articulates to the young ladies watching me and the young men watching me that, hey, anything is reachable. When you look at me, I'm looking at you and you're looking at yourself in me. And I'm living evidence that you do belong here and that you can be successful here.
Dr. Thames now calls Torrance her home and is adjusting to her new life in the South Bay.
Central Valley, a lot of agriculture, a very family-based, community-based. And some of the things have surprised us because Torrance is actually very family-based and community-based. The traffic's a whole lot different. So leaving earlier for meetings and those types of things have been the big adjustment.
Despite the slight inconveniences, she thanks the Torrance community for the warm welcome and hopes this will be her final and most fulfilling career opportunity.
When I retire from this, I think that this will be my last job. El Camino is an amazing institution. It's been here for, almost 90 years. And it continues to grow and to regenerate itself. I could not see myself doing anything else. education is the gift that keeps on giving, and to just be able to be part of it, I think, is a gift in and of itself, and just cannot imagine any other career.
I'm Christine Lee with Torrance CitiCABLE.